Hey there everyone, happy Thursday. I'm King Pi, Meteorologist Adam Claibon. So a clear sky ahead for us again as we head on into the night, and that could mean more fog as we start off, at least in a few spots, early into Friday morning as we get ready to end off this work week. And we're going to talk about what's ahead for Thanksgiving week as cooler air is set to make its way on in here. First, we got to get through some showers that are expected here into the weekend, so we'll talk all about that. First, I wanted to give you a quick update on the drought monitor. This one right here is from the drought monitor release back in late October, and as I go ahead and change it for you, you'll see that there have been some changes. You see the red that's popping up across more of the central and north Cascades? Well, that's no longer in place with today's update. You can see that's completely gone. Also seeing the severe drought that has been trimmed back and out towards the coast. Some of the moderate drought out there now back in abnormally dry category, which is not technically drought, but means that we're either heading into or coming out of drought, which in that case, we're coming out of drought conditions there towards the coast. So seeing some improvements, and the rain has been helping still, though a good amount of way to go as we head on into these next few months to try to continue to eat away at these drought conditions. Now, I wanted to show you this. This is the Climate Prediction Center's 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, and this includes the day after Thanksgiving next week. So more of November 28th, Black Friday, through the weekend and into the beginning of December. And you can see that patch of blue that's popping up, most of it across the central and the eastern part of the country. But we are included too, as we're going to be on the back edge of this cooler plunge of air that will be heading on in. And that will mean some mountain snow ahead for us as we head on into next week, which we're going to talk about here in just a second. For tomorrow, though, expect to see more of those showers late into the day and on into Friday night, and some chances around into Saturday. The majority of them, though, coming in Saturday night and into Sunday. Highs will be in the low to mid 50s over the next few days. Then those numbers start to come down as we head on into Thanksgiving week. A drier day on Tuesday, but here comes the rain and the mountain snow by the middle of next work week. And speaking of that, well, here it is right here, as you can see. Quiet conditions as we head on into the evening here in Bellingham. No rain or snow to speak of right now for us. Thankfully, no snow down here in the lowlands, or maybe you would like to see the snow. Either way, things are going to stay quiet there and here in Seattle as we have some of those clearing skies as temperatures sit generally in the lower 50s and look to fall down into the lower 40s and upper 30s later on here into the night. Again, most of the clouds should begin to disappear, so we're going to have a decent amount of clear skies to start off tomorrow morning, other than maybe some of that fog that you might have to deal with starting off into Friday. But temperatures, yeah, dropping quickly with the clearer conditions in place. Here's radar. It's now completely quiet. We got a few light showers up near the Canadian border, but those will dissipate as we head on into the night. Better chances will stay north of the border as we head on into the night. High pressure, though, will be scooting its way on out of here, so as that happens, expect that more of this active weather will arrive. For tonight, however, a lot of clear skies and a little more of that fog to start off tomorrow morning. Now, here we are at 7 o'clock. We're seeing some of those clouds beginning to spread in from that system that's off to our north. Some of that trying to sneak into parts of Puget Sound. Don't think we're going to see a whole lot of it as far as rain, and we'll barely get any of it up across the northwest interior or the north coast. So not a big rain producer for tomorrow. And then once we head on into maybe tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, you can see that some of those showers trying to make their way even farther south, but at that point still not seeing a lot of rain. But what we do expect is as we head on into the day on Saturday, we'll get some of that deeper moisture to start to impact areas up near the San Juans, up around northwest interior, up across more of the north coast, as we'll start to see some steadier rain there. Still for many of us, though, near and south of Everett, we're not talking about steady rain arriving until we head into the evening of Saturday and into Saturday night and then into Sunday. And then you can see it by that point, we're seeing some steady rain moving through the region at that time, and maybe even some heavier pockets too as we go on into the day Sunday, which is looking definitely to be the wetter of the 2 weekend days. Rainfall amounts with this, well, at least through Sunday. Here we are at 2 o'clock Sunday morning. The majority of the rain farther north, where you can see some of those amounts measuring in between about 1/3 of an inch all the way up to 1.5 inches out towards the north coast. Many of us farther south not really picking up much of the rain yet, but we will see about maybe close to 1/2 inch or 1 inch once that system does arrive, heading on into Sunday and then eventually into Monday. And then once we get past that point, Monday and Tuesday, snow levels really beginning to come down, and we're talking about snow levels closer to about 2,000 feet at that point, and that's going to help with this moisture that's going to be in place for us to produce some mountain snow. So there's Sunday's system. You can see that moving on through. We get the cooler plunge of air that starts to really settle in as we head on into Monday and Tuesday. Not too much moisture Monday night into Tuesday, so have any travel plans at that point, that might be your good time to get out of here, because by the time we head on into Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, and then into the day on Wednesday, we're definitely expecting to see more rain and mountain snow in place at that point. And so this is just a preliminary look at some of the totals we could see as far as snow is concerned, but getting closer to about a half a foot to maybe a foot of snow at some of our mountain passes. So driving across the mountains at that point, not going to be too optimal or favorable. So keep an eye on it. Things definitely could change as we head over the next few days, but we would like to see a little more snow, especially across some of our resorts, as some spots are trying to open up as we head on into next weekend or maybe even soon after. All right, here's your forecast as we head on into the night. We'll drop down into the 30s and the low 40s, so a chilly start yet again heading on into tomorrow morning, and then highs tomorrow getting up around the upper 40s to low 50s. It's going to be a pretty mild day comparatively speaking, especially once we head on into next work week, where highs will be more widespread in the 40s. A wetter day expected on Monday, and then Tuesday a bit of a break there before we see more of the wet weather for next Wednesday, and then heading into next Thanksgiving Day, as it looks like we are going to see at least a few showers around across the area. Okay, everyone, well, enjoy your Thursday night. Keep an eye out for some of that fog early into tomorrow morning, and have a fantastic Friday. We'll talk to you soon.